Philosophies Revived.
Welcome, my fellow seekers of wisdom, to a journey through the profound teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided individuals through the trials and tribulations of life for centuries. In this enlightening video, we will explore the timeless lessons from Stoicism that will empower you to keep calm and discover the true essence of temperance. So fasten your mental seatbelts and let's embark on this inspiring voyage. Lesson 1. Avoid being driven by desires. Imagine a life where you're not at the mercy of your ever-changing desires. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that has weathered the test of time, teaches us that avoiding being driven by these fleeting whims is the path to inner tranquility. It provides a stark contrast to the chaotic whirlwind of living at the mercy of insatiable desires. The Stoic journey begins with a fundamental practice, scrutinizing our impressions before we give in to them. Imagine a desire bubbling up within you, urging you to act immediately. The Stoic response is to pause, to hesitate. By doing so, you create a gap in time where you're no longer a slave to the desire. In this space, you can reflect and discern. Is this desire in alignment with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and of course, temperance? The Stoic art isn't about ridding yourself of desires entirely. It's about transforming them through reason into something rational and in harmony with your higher self. Think of it as a process where your desires pass through a refining filter, emerging on the other side as something purer and more aligned with your core values. This practice cultivates an internal environment where calmness and rationality can thrive, even when external triggers might elicit strong desires. A tempered individual, shaped by this practice, becomes like a sturdy ship in a storm, unswayed by the siren calls that lead many astray. The essence of this Stoic lesson is that temperance begins at the very moment of perception. It's there where you have the opportunity to apply reasoned judgment to the impulses that arise. By delaying the automatic reaction to fulfill a desire, you create a space for reflection and discernment. Within this space lies the possibility to evaluate whether the pursuit of such a desire would be congruent with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and of course, temperance itself. The Stoic approach allows you to take control over your desires, steering your life in a direction that aligns with your true values. It's about mastering desires, not eradicating them. By transforming desires through reason into something rational and aligned with your higher self, you foster an internal environment where calmness and rationality can thrive, even in the face of external triggers that might elicit strong desires. So, remember, the key to mastering desires and cultivating temperance is in that moment of pause, that split second when you choose to apply reasoned judgment. It's in this pause that you take the reins of your life and assert your true self. Lesson 2. Embrace the evolving journey. Stoicism, as a philosophy, teaches us that the journey towards personal growth and self-improvement is an ongoing process rather than a final destination. Unlike static virtues that might be considered a finish line, temperance is more like an evolving journey, one that is enriched and deepened by the relentless pursuit of knowledge and personal development. The ancient Stoics were well aware that the human condition is fraught with complexities. They understood that mastering one's desires, emotions, and actions required a constant commitment to both intellectual and ethical refinement. In the Stoic view, learning is not merely the accumulation of facts, but the cultivation of wisdom, a nuanced understanding of how to live a good life. In this context, wisdom isn't just about knowing what is right and wrong. It includes the discernment to apply these principles aptly in the myriad situations that life presents. This wisdom nurtures temperance by equipping us with the tools to make choices aligned with our higher virtues, negating the impulsiveness that leads to excesses and regret. So, how can we practically embrace this Stoic lesson in our lives? It starts by being intentional about your intellectual pursuits. This doesn't necessarily mean diving into ancient texts or complex theories. Although that can be beneficial, it means dedicating time to read, watch, or listen to content that enriches your understanding of the world and yourself. This could be as simple as reading an article about emotional intelligence, watching a documentary about nature and our place in it, or listening to a podcast that delves into ethical dilemmas. Moreover, in your interactions with others, choose quality over quantity. Seek out conversations that challenge your views and push your intellectual boundaries. Engage in dialogues about ideas, not personalities, and dissect issues, not people. Challenge yourself to articulate your thoughts clearly and listen with the intent to understand, not just to reply. These dialogues can be incredibly enriching, providing real-world testing grounds for your developing virtues. So, as you embark on this evolving journey of self-improvement, remember that it's not just about accumulating knowledge, it's about the practical application of wisdom and the ongoing commitment to intellectual and ethical refinement. Your path to temperance is not a sprint, it's a lifelong marathon of learning, growth, and self-discovery. Embrace this evolving journey with open arms and a steadfast commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Lesson 3. Cultivate gratitude. Cultivating gratitude is a fundamental principle in Stoic philosophy with profound implications for achieving temperance. At its core, gratitude is the simple yet transformative practice of acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of life. The Stoics emphasized the importance of gratitude as a means of recognizing the natural order of the world and our place within it. In our modern world, filled with the ceaseless pursuit of more material possessions, more social status, more emotional highs, cultivating gratitude serves as a counterbalance to these insatiable desires. It's a powerful tool that the Stoics wielded to keep their desires in check and find contentment in the present moment. To practically integrate the principle of gratitude into your daily life, consider making it a ritual. As part of your morning or evening routine, take a few moments to contemplate and list down 3 things for which you are grateful. This practice of daily gratitude keeps your attention focused on the present and provides you with a regular opportunity to celebrate the abundance already in your life, no matter how small it might seem. Over time, you'll likely notice a shift in perspective. The value of your existing blessings becomes more apparent, and the urge to constantly seek more diminishes. Gratitude, in this sense, acts as a safeguard against being driven by desires. Another way to cultivate gratitude is by intentionally redirecting your thoughts when faced with challenges or disappointments. For example, if you didn't get a promotion you were hoping for, rather than dwelling on this perceived setback, reframe your perspective. Acknowledge the job you currently have, the skills you've developed, or the team you enjoy working with. This doesn't negate the validity of your ambitions, but it prevents them from overshadowing the good that already exists in your life. This reframing technique serves as a method of cognitive restructuring that fosters a balanced and appreciative view of your circumstances. It ensures that even in the face of adversity or unmet desires, you can maintain a sense of contentment and gratitude for what you have. Cultivating gratitude, as taught by the Stoics, is about recognizing the value of the present moment and appreciating the abundance in your life. It's a powerful practice that empowers you to curb your desires, find contentment, and maintain a balanced perspective even in the face of challenges. By making gratitude a daily habit, you'll discover the profound impact it can have on your journey towards temperance. Lesson 4. Master the ability to deal with challenges. The Stoics believed that challenges are an integral part of life, and our ability to navigate them with equanimity is what truly defines the quality of our existence. Overcoming challenges with grace and wisdom is not only a testament to one's inner strength, but is also a crucial aspect of developing temperance, the moderation of one's desires and reactions. The Stoic approach to mastering challenges begins with the concept of the dichotomy of control. This philosophy teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. When faced with a challenge, the first step is to evaluate its elements in terms of your ability to influence them. The time and energy spent worrying about factors beyond your control are wasted. Instead, Stoicism encourages you to focus your efforts on areas where you can make an impact. Resilience is another key quality to develop when mastering challenges. Building resilience is like strengthening a muscle. It requires consistent practice. Simple acts like voluntarily stepping out of your comfort zone, taking on tasks that you find difficult, or engaging in physical activities that demand endurance can serve as training grounds for resilience. These experiences condition you to handle stress and adversity more effectively, contributing to a balanced temperament and the development of temperance. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, means having the ability to withstand life's challenges without losing your sense of inner calm and balance. It's about recognizing the dichotomy of control, understanding what you can and cannot influence, and directing your efforts toward what is within your power. By building resilience, you become better equipped to face life's trials with grace and wisdom. The Stoics were keenly aware that life is replete with difficulties, and they stressed the importance of not merely avoiding challenges, but mastering them. They understood that it's not the absence of challenges, but our ability to navigate them with equanimity and wisdom that determines the quality of our lives. Embracing this Stoic lesson, you can approach challenges with a balanced temperament and use them as opportunities for personal growth and the development of temperance. Lesson 5. Live in the present. Living in the present moment is a fundamental Stoic principle that aligns seamlessly with the philosophy's emphasis on the dichotomy of control and the cultivation of temperance. The Stoics often cautioned against excessive focus on past regrets or future anxieties, advocating instead for a mindful presence in the current moment. Stoicism teaches us that the past is beyond our control. It's a realm of immutable events that cannot be changed. Similarly, the future is uncertain and lies beyond our control. Therefore, being overly preoccupied with either the past or the future can lead to desires for what is unchangeable and anxieties about what is uncertain, which are contrary to the Stoic ideals of temperance and tranquility. Practical Stoic advice encourages you to anchor yourself in the present moment, for it is the only realm in which you can act. By living in the here and now, you naturally restrain your desires for future gains and anxieties about past losses. One practical method to immerse yourself in the present is through focused breathing. When you find your thoughts drifting toward future anxieties or past regrets, bring your attention back to your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your nostrils or your chest rising and falling. Even a few seconds of focused breathing can act as a reset button, pulling you back to the present. Furthermore, engage in activities that demand your full attention. Such activities effectively force you into the present moment. This could be as simple as washing dishes, taking a walk, or even enjoying a piece of art. When you focus your entire being on a single task, you not only perform the task more efficiently, but also experience a form of mindfulness that is in line with Stoic principles. A particularly enriching state of mindfulness is found in what psychologists call flow. Flow activities are tasks that are challenging yet within your skill set, requiring focused concentration. Whether it's solving a complex problem at work or playing a musical instrument, being in a state of flow is the epitome of living in the present. These activities engage your mental faculties in such a manner that you lose track of time and external concerns. They bring a sense of fulfillment and tranquility that contributes to emotional balance. By living in the present and practicing mindfulness, you can effectively reduce your desires for the unchangeable past and the uncertain future. You'll find yourself more focused, calm, and balanced, which is essential for the cultivation of temperance. The Stoic lesson on living in the present is not about ignoring the past or dismissing the future, but about finding the right balance between the three temporal dimensions. It's a call to focus on what is within your control and to make the most of the present moment. By living in the here and now, you not only enhance your ability to practice temperance, but also enjoy a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Lesson 6. Practice empathy. While Stoicism is sometimes misconceived as a philosophy of emotional detachment, its teachings actually promote emotional intelligence and understanding, both of oneself and of others. Empathy, in this context, can be seen as a vehicle for temperance, as it serves to moderate one's desires, judgments, and reactions in relation to the experiences and feelings of those around us. To begin integrating empathy into your daily life, consider adopting the Stoic practice of viewing individuals as integral parts of a larger community, each contributing in their unique way to the common good. This shift in perspective from a self-centered view to a more holistic understanding of human experience makes you more inclined to listen, understand, and respond in a manner that is considerate of others' emotions and viewpoints. Active listening is a key component of practicing empathy. When conversing with someone, aim to be fully present. Set aside distractions or preconceived judgments. Listen not only to their words, but also to the undertones of emotion, body language, and facial expressions. Doing so enriches your comprehension of the other person's emotional state and enables a more thoughtful and compassionate response. Empathy isn't limited to understanding others. It also involves self-empathy. Reflect regularly on your own emotions, identifying their origins, and contemplating their validity. This self-awareness offers valuable insights into your interactions with others and makes it easier to understand their emotional states, as you have taken the time to understand your own. In practicing empathy, you're not merely recognizing and understanding the emotions of others. You're actively engaging with those emotions in a compassionate and supportive way. This approach fosters a balanced and considerate disposition, which is vital in the pursuit of temperance. The Stoic lesson of practicing empathy is a reminder that temperance isn't only about mastering your own desires and emotions, but also about understanding and connecting with the desires and emotions of others. By being empathetic, you create a harmonious environment where compassion and rationality thrive, contributing to a balanced and temperate character. Lesson 7. Accept what you cannot change. Accepting what you cannot change is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It isn't a call for complacency or a lack of ambition, but an acknowledgement of the limitations inherent in human existence. We are finite beings operating within the confines of an unpredictable world, and some things are inevitably beyond our reach. Acceptance, in the Stoic sense, is not a sign of defeat, but a manifestation of maturity and wisdom. Incorporating this Stoic lesson into your daily life can be deeply meaningful. The first step lies in constant self-awareness. Before reacting to any situation, pause and consider whether the issue at hand is within your control. If it's not, remind yourself that frustration, anger, or despair will serve no purpose other than to disturb your inner peace. This pause for reflection allows you to choose your reaction, which is within your control, instead of falling into a cycle of negative emotions. Another practical approach is to develop a ritual or mantra that helps bring your mind back to this principle when it starts to drift into the realm of what-ifs and if-onlys. It could be as simple as repeating to yourself, "This is beyond my control, and I accept it." Alternatively, you might choose a more elaborate ritual that involves deep breathing or even meditation to help ground you in the reality of the present moment. Moreover, engage in mindfulness exercises designed to improve your ability to remain rooted in the present. Worrying about future outcomes or dwelling on past events often distracts us from what can be done in the here and now. Through mindfulness, you can train yourself to focus on current actions and behaviors that are within your control, thereby promoting a sense of empowerment and serenity. The Stoic lesson of accepting what you cannot change is a profound reminder that there are aspects of life beyond your control. By practicing this principle, you can avoid the distress and turmoil that often accompany the futile pursuit of the unchangeable. Instead, you'll find yourself better equipped to focus your efforts on what you can control, ultimately leading to a more balanced and temperate life. The Stoic wisdom of accepting what you cannot change is a powerful tool that can help you navigate the unpredictable currents of life. It's about acknowledging your limitations and directing your energy toward what you can influence. This practice not only fosters a sense of acceptance, but also cultivates inner peace and a balanced temperament, crucial elements of living with temperance. Lesson 8. Practice detachment. Stoicism's notion of detachment is often misunderstood as emotional aloofness or indifference. However, it speaks to a more nuanced relationship with the material and emotional world around us. In Stoic philosophy, detachment is an essential mechanism to cultivate inner tranquility and moral fortitude, contributing significantly to the virtue of temperance. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, is not about cutting oneself off from the world. It's about maintaining a measured distance from external circumstances to retain one's inner equilibrium. Imagine yourself as a rock in the middle of a turbulent stream. The water flows around you, sometimes gently, sometimes ferociously, but it doesn't carry you away. Practicing detachment involves the conscious effort not to allow external conditions or outcomes to dictate your emotional state. Stoicism advocates for a form of detachment where you are engaged in the world and its affairs, but you don't let the world unduly influence your inner calm. Detachment requires an awareness of your desires and diversions. Emotional turmoil often arises from clinging too tightly to specific outcomes or fearing external circumstances. The Stoic practice of negative visualization can be helpful here. By contemplating the impermanence of things and even imagining worst-case scenarios, you can train yourself to reduce your attachment to specific outcomes. This helps you become more resilient and adaptable, qualities that contribute to a balanced and temperate character. To practically incorporate this Stoic lesson into your daily life, start by cultivating an awareness of your desires and diversions. Recognize the moments when you find yourself overly attached to specific outcomes or external circumstances. By acknowledging these desires and diversions, you can begin to distance yourself from them and maintain your inner equilibrium. Negative visualization is another powerful tool. Take a moment to consider the impermanence of the things you hold dear. Visualize the loss of those things or imagine worst-case scenarios. By doing so, you'll reduce your attachment to specific outcomes and become more resilient. This practice helps you develop the capacity to accept whatever life brings with equanimity, a key aspect of living with temperance. The Stoic lesson on detachment is a reminder that the world around us is in a constant state of change, and we can't control external circumstances. By practicing detachment, you can maintain your inner calm and balance, no matter what life throws at you. It's about finding a middle ground between engagement with the world and inner tranquility, a vital practice for those seeking temperance. Lesson 9. Self-care. One of the fundamental Stoic beliefs is that the cultivation of virtue leads to a good life. In this regard, self-care becomes an ethical duty, not just to oneself, but also to society. Your well-being, both mental and physical, is not an isolated phenomenon, but an integral part of your ability to live a life in accordance with reason and virtue. The Stoics were advocates of reflective practices like journaling or meditative contemplation as methods to evaluate one's thoughts, actions, and emotional responses. Make it a habit to review your day, pinpointing instances where you excelled in self-control and virtue, as well as moments where you faltered. This kind of mental audit not only increases self-awareness, but also provides a roadmap for continual self-improvement. Nutrition and physical exercise should not be ignored either. While the Stoics emphasize the supremacy of the mind, they also acknowledge the symbiotic relationship between a healthy mind and a healthy body. Physical fitness enhances mental clarity and emotional stability, thereby facilitating the rational decision-making that Stoicism prizes. Exercise also offers a practical lesson in discomfort, teaching us that temporary suffering can result in long-term benefits. This insight, central to Stoic philosophy, encourages you to embrace discomfort as a means of developing greater emotional resilience and self-control. Don't neglect the importance of rest and relaxation. While the Stoic ideal may seem to demand constant activity and productivity, there is wisdom in understanding when to pause. Stoic writers like Seneca have written about the value of leisurely pursuits that refresh the soul and make us better prepared for the rigors of life. However, such leisure should be engaged in a balanced way, avoiding excesses that may lead to vice or moral laxity. The Stoic lesson on self-care underscores the importance of maintaining a healthy mind and body. It's a reminder that caring for oneself is not a selfish act, but a duty that allows you to contribute positively to the world around you. By making self-care a priority, you ensure that you have the physical and mental fortitude necessary to live a life of temperance and virtue. Lesson 10. Prioritize mental health. In today's fast-paced, achievement-oriented society, mental health often takes a backseat to productivity, career growth, and material accumulation. However, it's imperative to recognize that your mental well-being serves as the cornerstone upon which all other aspects of life are built. A compromised mental state can undermine your ability to think clearly, make rational decisions, and interact harmoniously with others. Incorporating this Stoic lesson into your life involves prioritizing mental health as a central tenet of your existence. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, maintained a journal as a way to examine his thoughts, behaviors, and reactions. Adopting a similar practice can offer you invaluable insights into your mental patterns and triggers, thereby promoting mental equilibrium. Another aspect to consider is the development of coping mechanisms that are both rational and constructive. Stoicism teaches us to face adversity with equanimity, but it also offers practical tools like negative visualization and the dichotomy of control to manage life's challenges. When you encounter a stressful situation, these Stoic techniques can serve as mental first aid, helping you navigate difficulties with a calm and balanced demeanor. Mindfulness, often associated with Eastern philosophies like Buddhism, has a place in Stoic practice as well. Being present in the moment, as opposed to being entangled in past regrets or future anxieties, allows you to engage with life in a more meaningful and balanced way. Mindfulness practices, such as focused breathing or even a full-fledged meditation routine, can be instrumental in maintaining a stable mental state. The Stoic lesson of prioritizing mental health emphasizes the crucial role it plays in your ability to live with temperance. By actively tending to your mental well-being, you can ensure that your mind is a fertile ground for the growth of virtue, resilience, and self-control. This not only benefits you, but also allows you to contribute positively to the world around you, fostering a more harmonious and temperate existence. The Stoics understood that a healthy mind is essential for a well-balanced life, and this lesson underscores the importance of caring for your mental well-being. By making mental health a priority, you can navigate life's challenges with equanimity, embrace the practice of temperance, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling and virtuous life. There you have it, my friends, 10 invaluable lessons from Stoicism to help you keep calm and cultivate the virtue of temperance. These ancient principles offer a roadmap for living a life aligned with reason and virtue. Embrace these lessons as your guiding light on the journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring voyage through Stoic wisdom. If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Together, we can spread the timeless teachings of Stoicism and inspire others to live a more balanced and fulfilled life. Stay calm, stay wise, and keep seeking the path of true temperance.